event a remarkable one. With all enthusiasm, I welcome you all once again to this momentous event. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinandana. Now it's time to call upon our chief guest, Shreya ma'am. And with a pleasant face, she is there with us. And she was very eagerly waiting for our meeting. Ma'am, very proudly we invite to this function and to inaugurate our club. Please, ma'am.
A very warm good morning to all. I hope you all can hear me well. Is my audio clear to all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, good morning to all. Respected principal ma'am, teachers, and my dear students. So first of all, let me thank Rajita ma'am for inviting me with in a so pleasant manner.
My pleasure.
Okay. So yeah, students, I was so happy to see your introductory video. It was beautifully edited and captured. So I hope, did the students create it, or were the teachers there to help them?
Students and teachers both.
Okay, yeah, it was a combined effort. Anyways, it looked really great. And I'm really happy that I'm here amidst you today. Okay. So I don't plan to give a very formal speech. So I'm just planning to have a very casual session with you. So as we all know, we are going through a very difficult situation due to the current pandemic. And I have always felt that education sector is one among the most affected fields amidst this scenario, because schools and colleges are places where children get to know the society more. It is from these institutions that they imbibe the values of respect, teamwork, mutual understanding, sportsman spirit, etc. So during these recent days, at some point, some of you might be, might have thought that, oh, my school life is not fun anymore. I'm always sitting at my home. Isn't it? Do you think like that? Has it affected you in any way? Any of the students, can you please reply? Are you sad that you are not able to come to the school every day?
Children, please.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, even we teachers, we feel it really sad because we cannot see our students in person. But let me tell you, the fun is not completely gone, isn't it? You should always think from the positive side. We should all be grateful to God that we have got a technology that still wraps us as one, isn't it? It is true that we are not together in one place under the same roof. Even if you are at your own places, you are still in contact with your dear teachers and classmates. You can still learn your chapters, ask doubts, attend tests, of course, do projects and be part of activities like these clubs and activities. So, of course, we shall dream of better days, and I'm sure this too shall pass. So, being a teacher, I know how much efforts a teacher has to take to make an online class appealing to the students, especially when it comes to school students. So, last week, I got a call from Sneha, your manager Sajid sir's daughter, and I was very happy to receive her invitation to the inaugural function of the literary club of a school. Because as you know, school students are very vibrant and they are, they are brimming with energy. Right now I work among college students. The thing is, they are at the prime of their youth, so they have so many distractive elements around them, and they get easily influenced by several things. So apart from studies, they have the social media, politics, they have so many things that runs around them. But for you students, your world is your school, and your teachers and friends are everything for you. So I know that you are much more committed to your lessons and the activities that the teachers give to you. So in that way, I was very happy to come to a school as a guest. And yeah, and I was happy about the fact that Sneha, she was one among my smartest students at Alfonsa College, Pala. And later I got a call from your Rajida ma'am. So being a disciple of literature, I got even more excited when I heard from her the various activities done by the literary club members, such as book review writing, card making, etc. And then I received a very sweet invitation mail from Leah, along with the website link of the school. So I could, I could see your school. I was very sad that I couldn't come there in person, but sitting here, I viewed your school, your activities, everything through your website link. And dear teachers, I must say, hats off to you, because I know how difficult it is to make the kids do such activities online. And I'm sure you're blessed to have an amazing bunch of students, because if they didn't cooperate with you, then you won't be taking the strain to conduct such innovative activities. So I don't wish to keep you guys engaged with my broody words. So I would like to just suggest few activities that you could do in your literary club this year. I know you'd be doing, I'm sure that you have a lot of plans in your mind. This is just, since I'm here, I'm just taking the freedom to give a few suggestions. You're free to choose it or ignore it. Actually, you might be doing some of these, probably. I was told that you write book reviews. So the next time you read a book, conduct a group discussion. Okay, so I hope you understand what I mean, because for example, your teacher will suggest one book to all the members of the literary club. Okay, so probably in this situation, probably an ebook, okay, which is easily available online. So you will get a week's time to finish reading the book, and then you can come online together and discuss about the various features of the book. Okay, you can host a Zoom meeting like this, and each of you can speak about what you understood from that book. Like the character sketch, the different themes discussed, the style of writing, point of view, etc. So through this activity, the benefit that you will gain is you will understand more about how to analyze a literary work. And then you will know more about the literary devices used in a book. Okay, so this is my little suggestion. I'm really sorry about the lighting here. It is getting a bit cloudy here. I hope you can all see me.
It's okay, man. No problem.
Okay. Yeah. So yes, so that is one activity. Another activity that I would suggest is to learn declamations. So this is my favorite. Okay, declamation. I love learning speeches. So can one of you tell me what a declamation is? Do you have any idea? Have you heard this term before? Any students?
Anybody? Students, anybody?
Anybody? It is okay. Just tell me yes or no. Because it is not that familiar for school students. Yes. Have you heard it?
No, miss.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell you. A declamation, it is an artistic form of public speaking. Okay, that means you might have heard famous speeches of famous personalities like Barack Obama, Martin Luther King, Mahatma Gandhi. All of them have given some speeches that are very famous. People often take quotations from their speech and all. So declamation means learning a speech already delivered by a famous personality. Okay, and then you try to deliver the speech like how they delivered. I had this during my graduation days. I came to know about declamation during my graduation days. So I did BA English Literature, Communication and Journalism. It was a triple main course, and then there we had a paper. Okay, so in that paper we had to do group discussion, debate and declamation. So I like giving speeches, and I like, you know, learning. I'm a very film. I'm a person who's so much interested in films. So I like learning dialogues of film stars. So learning declamation was actually a thrilling experience for me. So what you need to do is you can just Google speeches of famous personalities, and you'll get so many. There is Quit India by Mahatma Gandhi. I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King. You know, so many speeches. So what you can do is each member may learn a famous speech, and again, you can come together in a Google Meet or Zoom meeting or something, and then you may deliver it one by one. You see, it would be so much fun because in the same meeting you will have a Malala Yousafzai, you will have a Mark Antony. Okay, so many famous personalities together in one chat room. So the advantage of this practice is you would know many famous personalities, as well as you will come across their insightful thoughts and ideas. Okay, so you may also conduct competitions like elocution, recitation, poetry writing, etc. Okay, so these are just few suggestions from my side. Being here, I thought I would do something fruitful, something that would benefit you. So now, with immense happiness, let me move on to my duty. So I declare that the Literary Club activities of the year 2021-22 of TGM Vidya Niketan School, Wycombe, as officially inaugurated. Okay. Yes. So you may all.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
know you
Thank
can all. You cannot unmute your systems because there might be some difference. So can you all just do like this with both hands? This is a silent clapping. Students, okay, yes. It is so great to see you all doing this. Okay, yeah. So your literary club is officially inaugurated. And now, what is the importance of today's day? Any of you?
Reading day.
Yeah,
Reading day.
Yeah, it's our National Reading Day. So, yes, yes. Okay, good. I'm sure that the members of this club love reading books because you're part of the literary club. So definitely you might have read books and keep reading. I declare, after all, there is no enjoyment like reading. How much sooner one tires of anything than of a book. When I have a house of my own, I shall be miserable if I have not an excellent library. These are not my words, okay? Do you know from where these words are taken? Any idea? It is taken from a book. Okay, it is taken from a book named Pride and Prejudice. It is written by Jane Austen. Okay, so these words are spoken by a character named Carolyn Bingley in this book. In fact, Carolyn is not a reader and all. She just says this just to attract our protagonist attraction. Okay, just to attract Mr. Darcy. She just says this. But Jane Austen means this. Okay, that's why she made one of her characters say this. I'll say it once again and we'll just analyze that quote. I declare, after all, there is no enjoyment like reading. You know, isn't it? If you are people who read books, you know how entertaining it is. When you read a book, you see so many characters that you have not heard before. You see so many personality types. You come across so many different places where you have not been to. So it is a marvelous experience. Reading a book is always a great activity. So, yeah, and when you read a book, it is always a creative activity. Reading is quite a creative activity. So, can you just tell me how reading, instills your imagination? What do you like about reading? Any of you? Why do you like to read books?
Students,
Just don't be scared. Just speak to me openly. It is
your
okay.
reply?
Reading influence increase our language skill.
Yes, very good. It influences and improves our language skill. Yes. Yeah. Then Anything else? Okay, it influences our imagination, isn't it? Because when you read the book, uh, there is just the story. They have not given any other information, isn't it? But see, imagine when you see a film, you see the stars. Okay, you see the film stars there. You are seeing their action. Okay, if there is a stunt going, or if there is romance going, whatever it is, if it is sentiments, we are seeing it live with our own eyes. So there, we don't need to imagine anything else. Okay, if it is a thriller film, okay, yeah, we need to think about who will be the culprit, will the police catch him? So we think so many things about that. But otherwise, there is nothing to imagine. For a person to write the script, he has to imagine. But for a viewer, we need not imagine anything because everything is already displayed in front of us. But when you read a book, you have to imagine the scenes. What I do is when I read a book, I I actually picturize the things that goes around. I'm sure most of you would be doing that. So what I do is I give I assign certain faces to the characters in the book. I assign with the film stars that I love. So then I imagine, okay, they are saying the dialogue. So I could, I'll try to hear the words written in the book from in their voice. So in that way, if you have not done it, please do it. It's an absolutely amazing experience. Okay, so in that way it will enrich your imagination. So I was very fortunate to learn in institutions that were, that gave so much importance to the habit of reading, just like you. Like you are also studying in an esteemed institution like that, which promotes your learning and reading habits, because that is why this meeting itself is happening today, isn't it? So I did my schooling at Believers Church Residential School, Tiruvalla. So there, each student had a library journal. I'm not sure whether you have it here. Ma'am, do they have a journal here?
Yes, they have to keep all the records in there. They have pages in their diary. So there they
Okay,
have to
okay.
write everything
Yeah,
about the
that's,
details.
yes.
And
That's
they have
great.
a portfolio record where they have to keep the reviews of the books also.
Yes, yes. So that's great. I was going to speak about that. Yes. So similarly, we had a book named Library Journal. So each week we have 1 hour. Okay, one library hour. So when we go to the library during that hour, we could take a book, and then in the next week when we come to return that book, we have to submit the library journal. So in that journal, we'll have to write the summary and what we understood from that book. So when I was a kid, when I was at your age, for me it was a task. I was so lazy to write because sometimes you don't feel like reading, and then when you go and return the book, the librarian will ask, where is your library journal? So if you do not submit the library journal, I will not be able to return the book and take the new book. Okay, and if we do not give back the book within 3 weeks, you will have to pay a fine. So we were all scared about this fine, and just because of that reason, we used to try to read the book. And even if we couldn't read the complete book, I used to read the blurb at least. Okay, so back then I did not like this practice, but later when I became old, I understood why they did that, because that reading habit had influenced me a lot. Okay, so it has helped me a lot in improving my language, my vocabulary, my grammar. Okay, all those things. So always never be, never be lazy to read. Okay. I know we all are human beings. We all are, we all tend to become lazy at times, but always be ready to keep some time aside for reading, because that benefits you a lot. Okay, so yeah, then I thought of saying one more thing. I'm not sure. I think I missed that point. Yeah, yes. I wanted to tell you about ebooks also. Right now, most of you would be sad because you cannot come access your libraries at the school and all. But don't be sad. There are many ebooks available online. There are many ebooks as well as audiobooks. Okay, so do not strain your eyes too much when you use ebooks. Always try to read ebooks in the morning, okay, when there is daylight, so that it would not harm your eyes much. But make use of the resources around you. Okay, do not just. I know there are many things. The phone, laptop. You are now continuously using all those because you have to attend your classes. But make sure you use it only for doing the good activities. Okay, so it always try to collect books. Okay, if possible, try to collect books and keep them, because having a book, I'm sure all of you would be having at least one book in your home, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
So having a collection of books
Yes,
means
ma'am.
having having tons of ideas together. A book is a collection of a person's thoughts. It consists of so many characters, so many personalities, so many ideas, so many places. So having a collection of book means you have got a great a great reservoir of resources with you. So always try to collect books. If not hard copies, go for soft copies and audio books. So recently I came across an app that is Storytel app. So it is a paid app actually. You can subscribe it for 1 month, 6 months, or for a year as per your choice. And it was absolutely amazing. So I heard the audio of Mayari Pureda Thirangal. Okay, it is written by M. Mukundan, and the voice was given by Rajesh K. Pudumana. So it is actually, if you have not read that book, try to read it. Okay, the audio experience was great, but try to read it. It is an amazing book. So what I am saying is, do not think that, okay, I should improve my language, so I should read only English books. No, read books in English, in Malayalam, read newspapers, read whatever you get. Okay, so if you know any other language, try to read books available in that language also, because reading always enriches you. It gives you with immense ideas. It nourishes you with good vocabulary. And then you can come across so many literary devices too. So whenever you read a book, what you can do is just make note of new words that you find there. Make note of new usages. Some idioms, you may come across some idioms or some phrasal verbs. So you can spot all those. And then you can observe the imagery the writer has used. Okay, so in that way, you can improve your language skills. So ultimately, you need to enjoy what you do. Okay.
Excuse me, Shreya ma'am.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, ma'am. Sorry to interfere you.
Yeah, yes,
Ma'am, we will take another link also because our time will be over now. So
okay,
please keep staying and we'll join back.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Excuse me, everyone, please use the same link. We'll be able to restart the meeting with the same link. Use the same link.
Same link.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. My speed. Yes. So that's what I was saying. So whenever you read a book, enjoy it. Okay, because that is an amazing experience, and you will know only when you grow up. You can ask your teachers. They also might have felt a bit lazy to read the books when they were young, but now they know at this position they know the importance of reading. So it is always an activity that is to be treasured, and I'm sure all of you will do that because you're all smart, vibrant kids. So once again, I thank the authorities of TGM Vidyaniketan for inviting me here. Thank you so much, Sneha, for remembering my name. And Regita ma'am, thank you so much for calling me and making me feel comfortable. And thank you, Sridevi ma'am. And a big thanks to all your students who very patiently listened to me so far. So all the best to the teachers in charge and the students who are part of the literary club. Okay, so
Ma'am, your video.
Sorry.
Could you please switch on your video?
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry.
It's okay, ma'am.
Yes. So, and all the best for your future endeavors. Thank you so much. Remember me in your prayers. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Very, very vibrant words from you, and our kids are very lucky to hear you. And now let me take this opportunity to invite our dear principal ma'am, Sri Devi ma'am, for a word of blessings. With lot of love, I invite you, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Rajita. Good morning, all. Honoring the father of our library movement, the late Sri P.N. Panikar. 19th June is being celebrated as Reading Day, and the following week as the Reading Week. Knowledge and wisdom is the driving force of our society. As our today's theme, welcome to your library. We used to provide library books in your app for our kids and for our high school sections. So read those books. That is once again the request from our teachers. And reading is one of the most powerful tools to broaden the horizons of our thinking and to enhance our knowledge and awareness. And reading also helps to enrich our expression and awareness, and to nurture your creativity and imagination, as our chief guest have told. So first of all, I appreciate the leaders of Literary Club, Mrs. Rajita and Reshma, for selecting the World Reading Day for inaugurating the club.
Thank you, ma'am.
I wish all my students of Literary Club to take the initiative to popularize the benefits of reading and encourage their schoolmates and classmates to make reading an integral part of their life. And this inaugural day is blessed with the presence of our chief guest, Ms. Shreya Susan Chako, lecturer, Catholic Ed College. And really, thank you, ma'am. Thank you. And your presence will be an encouragement for our students and a good start to our literary club. Once again, thank
so
you,
much,
ma'am.
ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. I wish all the very best to the team for their activities ahead. And let me conclude my words with the beautiful quotes of Kunyunni Masha. വായിച്ചാൽ വളരും, വായിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിലും വളരും. വായിച്ചാൽ വിളയും, വായിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ വളയും. So, all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable words. And let me request Shreya ma'am. And we have a small interaction with our students, and they are ready to share with you few questions. So, okay. So first, who is there? Come on, children.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Ma'am, my name is Meenal and I'm studying in 7th standard. Ma'am, can you please tell who is your favorite writer?
My favorite writer, I have so many favorite writers, but you know, when you ask me suddenly, yes, Arundhati Roy. I like her writings. Actually, she has written just 2 novels so far. But you know, the time she takes to write a novel itself shows with how much integrity that she puts forward a work. You know, she wrote God of Small Things long back, and it took her almost 20 nearly, I do not know exactly, but it took her a long time to come up with the next work, that is the Ministry of Utmost Happiness. I have a copy of both the books. So I like the way how she tries to incorporate social issues in her writings. So it feels so natural, and being a Keralite, she has also used our regional language. She has tried to incorporate that also in her work, in her first work. In her second work, it is not there. But in Ministry of Utmost Happiness also, she has tried to bring the Kashmir issue, as well as the problems faced by the transgenders in the community. So it is really heartwarming to read the works of Arundhati Roy. and she writes so many non-fiction works as well about the social and political issues. So she's a brave writer. So I like her. Then in Malayalam, I like Vaikam Mohammed Bashir is my all-time favorite. So my mother has got his complete collections with her. So it is actually from my mother's library that I take most of the Malayalam books. She has got a wide collections of books here. So I'm blessed to have that. So yeah, he's my favorite. And Benjamin, he's also an amazing writer. Yes.
Next, anybody?
Anybody else? And
Hello.
yeah, Meenu, Meenu.
Ah.
Meenu was the one who
Meewal.
asked me the question, isn't it?
Meewal. Meewal, sir.
Meewal. Okay.
Yes.
Meewal, where are you? I cannot see you.
Meewal.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Meewal, do you read books? Do you like reading books?
Yes.
Okay.
ma'am.
Do you have a favorite author?
William Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare. Oh, great. So I hope you would be choosing literature once you grow old. Yeah, he's my favorite. Okay, being a literature student, I cannot avoid William Shakespeare. But yeah, he writes more of dramas, and he creates a new world to the readers, of course. So have you read any works, any abridged versions or the real ones? Othello. Oh. So I think we have so many similarities, Meewal. So among Shakespeare's works, Othello is my favorite too. So yes, and I have done soliloquy of Othello in many stages. So yeah, I hope you also would learn it someday. Okay, do you know what a soliloquy is? This is just for general information to all of you. Okay, can I say it? Do you know what is a soliloquy?
That
Okay, soliloquy means, in drama, when people think something. So suppose, imagine that I am Othello. Okay, I am thinking something in my mind. So I want the audience to understand it, isn't it? So when you see the films, haven't you seen it? A person standing next to me might not hear what is going in my mind, isn't it? So when I think in films, what they do, when a person think like that, we'll just hear their voice. Okay, so we'll understand what is going inside their mind. Okay, the person standing next to him won't understand that. So, but when a drama is taking place in a stage, that is not possible. So for the audience to understand what the person is thinking, he will just speak it aloud. Okay, so that is what is called soliloquy. Okay, so that is not a dialogue. That is not a normal dialogue that he says to anybody. It is just the thought that goes in his mind. Okay, so just for the audience's understanding, the playwright makes the person say it, utter those words. Okay, so that is soliloquy. So William Shakespeare's most of the plays of Shakespeare has got such amazing soliloquies. You might have heard about Hamlet's soliloquy,
Hamlet.
to be or not to be, that is the question. Okay, that's a very famous soliloquy. Then there is Lady Macbeth, then Othello. So my favorite is Othello. Yeah. Yes, okay.
Okay. Now,
Anybody
anyone
else?
else? Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes. Who is it?
good morning, ma'am. My name is Gopika and I am
Good
a
morning,
7th
Gopika.
standard student.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you please share an unforgettable experience with us?
Unforgettable experience. Okay. Regarding, like, what do you mean? Regarding my studies or what sort of
Regarding
unforgettable experience? There are so many that have happened in my life. Yes. So where are you, Gopika? Yeah, Gopika.
Gopika.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I'll tell you. So since this is a literary club's day, I'll share an experience related to literature itself. One of my unforgettable experience was staging King Lear at my college. I did my degree at Marian College, Kuttikanam. So when we reached third year, final year degree, there was a sir who taught us, so Justin sir. So he wanted to make us do a play, make us stage a play. Okay, so for us, it was a completely new experience. Like when I was in school, I like acting. So I used to take part in drama and all, but those were like silly plays. But when we reached college, he was like, "You are literature students, so you should stage a play." So he did his graduation in Saint Berkman's College, Changanasheri. So there they have the complete drama unit and all. They were very established. But in Marian College, till then, nobody had attempted that. So we all were quite scared, but Sir gave us, he motivated us, he encouraged us. So he wanted us to stage a play. So we decided to do King Lear. Okay, King Lear is Shakespeare's play. So we decided to do the first act of, first scene, act 1, scene 1 of Shakespeare's King Lear. Then there was this audition. Okay, who will play whose role? So in King Lear's play, there are actually 4 major characters. One is King Lear, and then 3 daughters. Okay, 3 daughters. Then they are the 4 major characters. Then the husbands of these daughters, and then there are many subordinate characters. So all of us, we learned the dialogues. So then at first he selected the 3 daughters. Okay, so he selected 3 daughters. So I was one among the daughters. I got selected as one of the daughters. So then there was the selection of King Lear, the title character. So King Lear being it's a male character, isn't it? So all the boys were they underwent the audition, but he was not satisfied, and most of the boys, they were like, "Oh sir, we cannot learn because King Lear has got lengthy dialogues." So they were like, we cannot memorize it. So sir was very particular about giving the giving the dialogues on the spot. Okay, he was not ready to dub and all. So he wanted to make it so realistic. So the guys, they were like, no. So all of us motivated the guys, but they were, no, I'm not saying that all the guys are lazy. Okay. So the boys here, please do not come and kick me. Okay. I'm not generalizing it, but my classmates, they were, they were not ready to learn the dialogues. And so finally he was like, okay, then let the girls do. We just make up them and make them appear as King Lear. So are you daring to do? So as I said earlier, I like learning dialogues. So I said, I'll give it a try. Then there was another friend of mine. So she was also ready. So both of us gave a performance, and then I got selected as King Lear. So yes. Yeah, and then my friend, she got selected as Cordelia. Cordelia is the leading character among the girls. Okay, so King Lear's youngest daughter. Yeah, so in that way, I became King Lear. Then I had this mustache and beard and crown and all. And then, yeah, I performed as King Lear. Yes. So that's an unforgettable experience.
Okay, then children, anyone else? Any few questions?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I am Anna George. I am from 7th standard.
Okay.
Ma'am, which is the latest book you read?
The latest book that I read is, yeah, as I said, I did not read it. I heard it in an app. That is Mayiri Pureda Thirangalil by M. Mukundan. The book that I read last is Mullappu Niramulla Pagaligal by Benjamin. Okay, so that is also a good book. The English book that I read the last was, I think it was Lord of the Flies by William Gould. Yes. That is a cool book. Okay, for you school students, that tells a story of a group of students who get isolated in an island. It's a brilliant story. So try to read it if you can, because it is not very tough. You can easily understand the language. It's good. It has a very good message that we need to keep in mind in the present days, because nowadays people become so selfish. They forget themselves that they are human beings. People behave in a more animalistic way these days due to their selfishness. So it's a very good book.
Okay. I think it's over, children. Anything else?
Anything else?
Okay.
I like to
Okay.
speak a lot. You might have understood from so far, because when you ask me a question, when you ask me a short answer question, I give you an essay. So that is my problem. Okay. Yes.
Okay then. Okay, children. So shall we move on to our end of this meeting? So thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again. And we are very grateful to have you on this session.
Yes.
Okay, so
Thank you
let
so much,
me.
ma'am. Let me tell you one thing. So I'm really happy to be here, because the students are amazing. Because whenever we conduct something at colleges, when we invite some guests, and when we ask the students to ask them some question, they keep mum. We beg them to ask some question, because we have invited a person. So just to keep our institution's prestige high, so we expect the students to ask something. But here you just gave them 1 minute, and then they came up with so many good valid questions. So you're really lucky to have such amazing set of students. Principal
you.
ma'am, you can be very proud of your kids. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am, with all of your permission, let me invite Ashwini Anil for a vote of thanks.
Good morning, all. On this wonderful morning, I would like to present vote of thanks. It's a matter of pride for me that I got a chance to thank everyone present here. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Ms. Rhea ma'am, who honored this function with her inspirational thoughts. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I would like to thank our principal, teachers, and all my friends for making this program as a grand success. Once again, thank you all.
Okay. So from our heart, we literary club members, bar heads, and also we are grateful to you, ma'am, to all of you, each and everyone who participated in this function. Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Miss.